What is up, babies and boo things? Welcome back to the Truth Serum. We're here tonight with America's favorite Menage Pod. I'm Jordan.
I'm Colt. What's up, guys? How y'all feeling
I'm,
tonight?
I'm Travis. What's good? It's Thursday night. We're gonna have a fucking game, baby. Let's go!
Woo! I love that bandana, baby. I love it.
I stole it from my wife.
Yeah, you did. I love that. Makes me love it even more. Travis, kick us off tonight. I heard you want to talk about TSF 144 to start this thing.
So I just wanted to give some love to the top 10 scorers of the week this week. The number one name on the list that we got here might be my brother.
Where is it?
And as you can see,
Boom! There it is.
you can see it there? Boom. Yeah, so we got Jacob Pulisic. He scored 188.5 points on the week. Which is kind of cool. He messaged me like early in the week. He's like, "Oh, I think I got a pretty high score." I said, "I think that's probably good enough to be top three." Turns out it was the number one score of the week. We got our very good friend of the podcast too, Blake Kinsley. He got 183.5. Corey Deaton, also known as Dynasty
Oh,
Eward.
whoa.
Oh, you go back.
Hold on. Fun fact: my boy, Big Money Blake Hensley, is the only guy in the history of mankind to date who's rocking with a TSF tattoo. And he finishes second. So just wanted to give him a little special shout out. You do that thing, Travis.
Oh, I absolutely love that dude too. It was a pleasure meeting him when we went to Canton. Anyway, moving
Yeah, for
on.
sure.
We got Corey Dean. He's also known as Dynasty Eward. I'm in a Dynasty league with them. I've been in a Dynasty league with them for like 3 or 4 years on the Sleeper app. Really great dude. Next, we got another very good friend of the podcast, Jeremy fucking Maines.
My Maines, man.
Yeah.
Jeremy Maines. He must have cheated though, because he ain't no good at fantasy football.
Yeah, he must have been looking at something.
My bad. He is good at fantasy football. He's not good at debating about the all-time greatest basketball players. That's what it is.
Yeah.
We love you,
So
Jeremy. And I want to do this next one.
There is video on the contrary though of his statement, so we all know about that.
I have it. I keep them receipts, just like my boy Travis Sumter. Number 5, I want to give a special shout out to Derek Jangalang Lang, one of Survivor's finest, putting up that number 5 spot this week.
Yeah, next we got Amanda Denora. I think that's how you say the name. 180.2. Jewel Parole, 179.96. The Fantasy Web, 177.7. Roman Gonzalez at 175.8. And Sean Long at 169.48.
Who's going to be on it next week? I'm coming, man. I had a rough start, but I am ready to get back on there this week.
Man, I don't even want to talk about 144. My team.
Yeah, how did you guys all?
My team
do
hard.
I won, but it was by the skin of my teeth.
Yeah.
I had Kamara going. I had Higgins going. I had Mooney going. It was ugly.
I will say
I had
the
a rough
one thing
go.
that
I
bailed
lost
me
like
out.
1 point.
Gotcha. I'll say what bailed me out is what bailed me out in pretty much all of my leagues, and it's that I drafted Justin Jefferson fucking everywhere. And I got a whole bunch of Saquon too. It was a good week 1 overall for me, for sure. So anyway, let's get into some of these questions, some of these comments. We got some coming in already. We got Mike Pompa that says, "What's up, boys? What's up, baby? We miss you. Thanks for hopping in the DMs and popping that cherry tonight. We all love us some big Pompa pump. Did y'all see that picture of Jake fresh into the 9th grade? Y'all see that? That boy is just beefy, man. He's ready to tear it up, man. One day we're going to be talking about Jake Pompa on this podcast, and I cannot wait. That's right, Mike Pompa. Jefferson, your LSU boy. I got him everywhere, and I'm so happy about it. What about you guys? How much Jefferson y'all got?
I don't have any shares in redraft. I got one in Dynasty, and I'm ecstatic about it at least because it's on a pretty stacked team.
Okay.
So
what about you, Travis?
As you know, Jordan, I drafted Jefferson ahead of Cup in a lot of leagues. As you know, you've seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
Don't you fucking
draft night out? Don't you fucking know? In our DNO league, draft night out, sponsored by the Fantasy Expo, Travis, I think, picked 8th or 9th. I picked 12th, and he did pick Justin Jefferson in the first round over Cup and over Chase because I picked both of them at 12 and 13 on the turn. So, woo! Mike Papa bringing the heat. Mike Papa's bragging right now. He's flexing. He got the number 1 overall fantasy score so far, at least, in a league with both you gentlemen. How y'all letting that happen?
It was a rough week 1 for a lot of my leagues. The ones that I did win by, I won by the skin of my teeth, or I lost really bad. It was one way or the other. It was ugly.
I did pretty solid. I did pretty all right. I got the 42nd highest scorer out of 3,000 in Scott Fishbowl this week, and then draft night out of 4. I was number 4 out of the 120, so pretty good on that end.
Hey Travis, how'd you do in the? It's in the game league. How did that one do? What happened?
Yeah, there's some controversy there. There's just a little bit of controversy there. So we're gonna
they're trying to change the scores on me to give you the W, right? But with those W's, I eat them like Jameis Winston, baby. Let's pull up that next comment. We got Jimmy Palucci saying, "That's my wife." That's right. Amanda Denora is his wife. But I will tell you this, my boy Jimmy Palucci, not to give too much away here, but this boy has been in my DMs all day long asking me all the fantasy advice. So he probably ain't going to have any questions tonight, but he's coming for you, Amanda, so you be ready.
Yeah, it's we do have our first question going from Richard Mikhailov. What's up, guys? Pick 2 MVS. It's PPR. MVS, DeAndre Carter, Kendrick Bourne, Kadarius Toney, Richie James, KJ Osborne.
Damn it, Richard. Every week with this shit, baby. I love it. I love it so much. So we got pick 2 PPR. I'm going MVS for sure. I'm going Cobb. Cobb. The New York Giants hate Kadarius Toney. I've never seen something more abundantly clear. He's the obvious answer here, but damn it, the Giants hate that guy. Hate him.
But yeah, I'll say I want to go MVS, and then trying to pick a second one. It sucks not to be able to say Toney, but yeah, it's clear that they just don't want to use him. And I kind of like Richie James out of the other names personally, just because he got a good amount of targets. And DeAndre Carter is going to be hit or miss in that offense. Bourne, can you really trust Bourne?
No. I mean, but can you really trust Cobb or Carter or James? So, to me, MVS is the upside. I think we all agree MVS is the smash here, right?
Yeah.
Who would be your number 2 on this one, Travis?
Yeah, so like I'm with you on the MVS just because I think MVS all it takes is one play from him. I'm kind of expecting him maybe to have one of those Patrick Mahomes miracle long touchdown plays that he kind of gets once in a while. I think it's due for him. So DeAndre Carter is probably going to be the 3rd wide receiver on the team, but he'll probably be the 5th targeted guy. So I don't really like that. Actually, give me KJ Osborne in his game against the Philadelphia Eagles. We've seen DJ Shark get some work, and against the Lions in their secondary, secondary this past week, and he came really close in that game to kind of breaking away some big plays, and I think he had 6 catches in that game also. So actually give me KJ Osborne in that game.
Here's my problem with KJ Osborne. I love the talent, but I feel like he's the number 6th option out of these receivers in Minnesota behind Justin Jefferson, Justin Jefferson, Justin Jefferson, Justin Jefferson, and Adam Thielen. So, like, I just don't know if there's enough balls around to go around for freaking KJ Osborne, but I do love the kid.
I mean, I do look for Darius Slade to kind of maybe be following him around a little bit more. I mean, the Eagles have to do a better job than the Packers did in the secondary, because Justin Jefferson was just open all fucking game long last weekend.
I'm just saying the Green Bay secondary isn't shabby. I don't want to blame that on the defense. I feel like Justin Jefferson was just the best player on the field, and I don't know if Darius Slay's going to matter.
I'm blaming the defense. I'm blaming the
blaming the
defensive
defense?
coordinator. Like, how are you not going to put Jair on Jefferson the entire game? How are you not going to put your lockdown corner on their best player? Like, I just don't understand. They had freaking Preston Smith lining up against him in the slot. You're really going to put a freaking slow-ass linebacker on him? Come on. That's just disrespectful.
I'm just saying maybe they didn't want to hurt Jair's feelings by having him get cooked all game long by Justin Jefferson. I'm telling you, we'll see what happens in week 2, but I am on the bandwagon. Let's go Vikings. Let's go Jefferson. Let's go Cousins. Let's go Cook. I love all of them. Skull Nation.
So we got Mike Pompa and Dak fucked me again. You want to comment on that, Jordan, or should I just move on?
Man, I felt like I tried to tell y'all this was coming. I did. I seriously did. I have been all out on all the Cowboys. I've got 0 shares of CD. I accidentally got 1 share of Dak. Okay, maybe it was on purpose because I fucking love him. That's my quarterback. But, man, Dak didn't fuck you, Mike Pompa. I said this earlier this week on another show. Dak didn't fuck you. Jerry Jones' old white ass, that's who fucked you. This is his fault. And what else were we expected to happen? So, love you, Dak. Get healthy soon, baby.
Yeah, the whole Dak thing really sucks. But I wouldn't worry too much about CMC. He's going to absolutely smash against this Giants team. We've seen what Dontrell Hilliard did against them this past week. I mean, he should be all over the field, kind of getting plays everywhere. So I look for CMC to have a real big game this week.
Colt?
I wasn't expecting much from CMC on his first game back. I mean, yeah, you drafted him with your first few picks, but you got to ease him back in, give him a small workload, let him work off of that, get your groove back, and then he'll start to smash as long as he's healthy, obviously. And then Dak, I had Dak in quite a few leagues, and that hurt. But
I haven't got to comment on the CMC thing, but I'm just saying, Saquon Barkley only has 16 carries, and he tore it the fuck up coming off an injury. So I have 0 shares of Christian McCaffrey, and I may not get to brag about that a whole lot this season, but after week 1, I sure can. So
take the over. So I'm guessing that's for tonight's game. I think that's set at 54.5 right now, and I'm actually going to take the under in this game. I've been hearing a lot of sharps kind of taking the under. It's going to be close to that line, though.
I'm with Zach Starkey. Take the over. Like, the only 2 ways these teams are going to beat each other is in an absolute freaking shootout. Did we watch the Bills and the Chiefs at the end of last season? Like, Justin Herbert's ready to go. Patrick Mahomes is ready to go. I am so excited about this matchup. This is the one. This is the game of the week, in my opinion, and it's not close.
I said I'd take the over on it, too. I expect a shootout.
They both might get 5 touchdowns. Like, it's going to be nuts.
Oh, shit. Speaking of the game, my brother is there tonight at the game with fucking Glenn Zamp, or however the fuck you want to say his name. I can't say his fucking name.
We call him Straight Line Glenn where we from, because if you draw his eyes on a sheet of paper, it's a straight line. So Straight Line Glenn is at the game tonight with TSF 144's #1 overall high score for week 1. Glenn, you got to feel like you're in the presence of a king right now, because Jacob Paulista is holding it down. I'm so jealous, but I'm there in spirit with you boys.
Game plan wasn't good for both sides of Green Bay. Different league for Merchant McClellan. Different league, PPR flex. Allen Robinson, Melvin Gordon, Zay Jones, Devonta Parker, Richie James, KJ Osborne. For me, right off the bat, it was kind of weird seeing Melvin Gordon getting about 50% of the snaps in that game this past weekend, or this past Monday. But Allen Robinson was out there. He played 97 of the snaps. I kind of look for him to have a bounce back week. Like last year, like when Robert Woods was there, Robert Woods started off a little slow before he kind of came along. I'm still a big believer in Allen Robinson. I said that to you guys earlier today. And yeah, so it looks like probably just a pick one there. So Allen Robinson would be my pick.
I would say I'm not giving up on Allen Robinson yet. I'm going to pick him with confidence over them.
I'm not giving up on Allen Robinson yet, because I gave up on Allen Robinson last season. 2 years ago, Allen Robinson was a monster. Everything was there for him to succeed and be the #1 dog in that offense last year. He wasn't it. I drafted him early all over the damn place last season, and he burned me week after week after week after week. And I sat here just like you guys right now, just like you fellas, saying, this is the week. This is the week for A-Rob. Now, here's what I'll tell you, Richard. Out of this assortment of players that you got to start Allen Robinson. If you want to give Melvin Gordon an opportunity, he did get some looks in Denver, but it's clear as day that is not his backfield. Allen Robinson should have all the opportunity. He should perform. He probably won't. Temper expectations, because I kind of think the dude's done, but we'll see. He's the right pick in this one, though. That's all I'm going to say. I know y'all hate that, but I hate Allen Robinson. Hate it.
What is up, guys? What's up, girl?
Bonds. We love us some Audra Bonds around here. Love her. Hey, get at me about that Fayetteville trip. I know it's soon, but I done forgot. So I wanna hang. I'm supposed to be hanging with Audra in the next couple of weeks, and Nicole. I'm so excited.
I'm kind of jealous. Oh, I'm really jealous.
So I've been jealous of all you lately.
You did just get to hang out with like Jeremy in first place with TSF 144, Jacob Paulista, and a whole bunch of people up in the North.
Can't forget about Jackie, Patrick Johnston.
Oh yeah, all of them. I just didn't want to say all their names, because it just, every time I say one, it just like ow. Oh, there's another one.
They all got to meet
What's
my wife.
Next?
They all got to meet my wife too. So
that I am jealous of. I'm jealous of. Jason Trowbridge.
Jason Trowbridge. My Mobbin brother. My Mobbin sports brother. What's up, baby?
What's up, baby?
Repping that G. I love it. He's talking about the Packers. Gross.
Oh. You can't hate. Come on. You're a Bears fan. You're a Cowboys fan. Come on.
I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan. I done told y'all. I made it official. I broke up with that team. Pick one. It's got to be Allen Robinson, and I hate it. My homie, baby. Hey, okay. So real.
Sam Keck, he's awesome.
So real quick for Sam Keck, I'm curious. Who do you pick tonight? Who's going to have more fantasy points tonight? Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert.
All right, so I'm I'm gonna say Patrick Mahomes is gonna have the better fantasy night tonight.
I want to say Mahomes, but I don't know. I kind of think Herbert might squeeze past him just a little bit.
I feel like this is the moment that really defines Herbert this season, and it's going to result in a loss and getting shown up by Patrick Mahomes, who still runs that division. How dumb that it's on Amazon Prime, baby. I don't care if it's on CBS, NBC, Amazon Prime, Hulu, Netflix, Vudu, whatever. There's football. I'm fucking there. Let's go. I don't care. Did Brett Favre steal the welfare money?
You goddamn right he did.
So not only did this guy back here steal the welfare money, but like, will somebody take Brett Favre's damn cell phone away from him? Like, every time that guy gets in trouble, there's just like this big paper trail of text like, hi, I'm Brett Favre and a total asshole. Here, make sure that you have these. It's just like, Brett, put the fucking phone down, bro. Jeez. Jeez.
I don't even want to talk about it. Man, I love Favre, but he's showing a lot of bad shit that makes me love him a little less.
Yeah, I mean, Green Bay Packers quarterbacks are just typically scumbags, and I think we just got to be okay.
Okay. We're going a little far now.
Just saying. I bet Jordan Love's a real piece of shit.
Do you have anything bad to say about Bart Starr? I mean, come on now. Bart was a class.
Oh, you want to get me started about Bart Starr? Bart Starr took me on this tour of Lambeau Field, and that guy is an asshole. That was the original asshole of Green Bay. I'm just saying. Bart Starr, you can get it, bro. Get out of here. What we got next? I'm tired of talking about these damn Packers.
Allen, and then I'll clarify this. Allen Robinson needs his name to change his name to Allen Cup. That's all he needs to do.
Yeah, because that's all that Stafford knows how to target on that field is the KUPP.
They need to build chemistry. I think he's talking about Allen Robinson there.
Yeah, well. All I'm saying is I watched Blake Bortles make Allen Robinson a dominant receiver. I forget who the hell was even in Chicago. Was it Trubisky that made Allen Robinson a great receiver? Like he's done really well with everybody else. He's done. Stick a fork in him. And I'm going to eat shit next week on this, I'm sure, but I'm planting my flag.
Blake Bortles also did.
He's also good? Is that what you said?
He started his career with Blake Bortles down in Jacksonville, and he was good down there too.
Yeah, he was good with Bortles. He was good with Trubisky. Why the hell ain't he good with Matt Stafford out the gate? I don't know if it's an injury issue. I feel like it's an A-Rob issue. That's all I'm saying. And I'm probably going to be wrong.
I don't think it's
wrong.
I'll go ahead.
Well, I mean, like with the elbow of Stafford, so he was kind of limited. Like, all off season.
Didn't limit him to Cooper Kupp all damn game.
Yeah, but they already have that
I just
repetition.
Yeah, outside of Kupp, the entire offense is flat.
Yeah, including Allen Robinson. Just like last year, where he all season looked flat. We're going to start calling him Flatline Robinson until I see something out of him.
Well, see, like Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford eat breakfast together, but they make Allen Robinson eat at the kids' table.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Cannot blame him. Right next to Cam Akers, 3 carries for fucking nothing.
Start Donovan Jones over A-Rob.
DP Jones, baby. I'm so glad he's back.
I actually don't hate that long for the season, though. I think he might be
hold on.
The season.
Who, DP Jones?
Yes.
So I'm probably not starting the thing is I don't have any Allen Robinson, so this one's really hard for me, but I just don't feel like I could bring myself to start DP Jones over him yet, at least. I still want to roll out with Robinson. Sam Keck, don't hate A-Rob. A-Rod hated me first last year when I took him on my fantasy team, and he burnt me for 17 consecutive weeks. I loved A-Rod. He did me wrong. Fuck that guy.
Playing Sam K. He'll have some games plays from Cup and Van Jefferson. Van Jefferson's still hurt right now.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. I think he will. He should. He should be thriving in this offense. I want to see it. Please let me see it.
I don't know. I'm not worried about it. I think it's just a lot of week one overreactions. I'm not there yet. You can't hate on the guy.
To me, this was a week 19 overreaction.
I mean, he was playing for the Bears. Come on.
He was playing for the Jaguars. He did just fine with Mitchell Trubisky. Like, he's always had shitty teams and shitty quarterbacks. Like, what was different last year? Nothing, except for he sucked.
I mean, Fields sucked too.
Well, Darnell Mooney tore it up. Anyway, if Najee doesn't play, I have to move A.J. Dillon to running back. I'm starting A.J. Dillon in every league that I have him already. I don't know about you guys. Starting Everett at tight end. In the flex, pick one: Marvin Jones, Bobby Trees, Sterling Shepard, or Komet.
Earlier wasn't there? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm praying that Najee plays so I can start both Najee and A.J. Dillon. If I have to go with one of these guys, I'm going with Marvin Jones.
Wasn't there an update earlier that he did show up to practice today and he should be good to go?
I think he showed up. I think he was either limited or he didn't practice fully, but that he had come out and said he fully expects to play on Sunday against the Patriots.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm trying to start A.J. Dillon and Najee, but if Najee doesn't play, it's Marvin Jones for me.
Yeah, AJ, if you got him, you got to find a way to play him, in my opinion.
Who's in your daily?
Yeah, and I'm not playing Bobby Trees. Bobby Trees.
Captain. What about Bobby Trees? Tell me about some Bobby Trees. That guy that used to be a good number 2 receiver for this offense that A-Rob sucks in. Bobby Trees, what about him?
Yeah. Well, yeah, let me go back to Bobby. Now the number 3 wide receiver on a run-first team. So, yeah, if you
Bobby
Bobby
Trees,
Trees,
baby, Bobby Trees.
Unless it's just a deep league.
I tried telling a lot of people because Bobby Trees was getting all that hype during the offseason. Oh, he's back. He looks good. And it's like, man, he's 30 years old. It usually takes the second year after the injury to get back to full form. Like, I had no shares of Bobby Trees.
Yeah, I don't have any either for sure. Yeah, Kyle Phillips is someone to grab in deep leagues too if he's out there on your waivers.
Kirk Davenport. Captain Kirk, come give us some love, baby. I'd love to hear from you.
Favre needs a burner, just like KD.
Yeah. What's up, Brendan Carlin?
All right, we got a couple of questions.
Moderator.
And we got a couple of questions too. I believe from Instagram or wherever. Do you want to say something first, and we'll kind of get into those?
Oh no, I was gonna help read the questions, but you got it, big dog. Eat.
Okay, I'll just go ahead. Gerald Everett or Zach Ertz? Jimmy Palucci.
So I actually already answered this one earlier for Jimmy Palucci, but to me, it's a smash Zach Ertz. Even banged up last week, he produced. Like, I think Zach Ertz is an every week starter till at least DeAndre Hopkins comes back, and then he may still be after that.
I agree with that 100%. If I have Ertz, I'm never starting anyone over him unless he's on a bye.
Yeah, especially with that wide receiver core still pretty banged up. Gerald Everett, I feel like you're kind of still chasing that touchdown. You're going to be chasing touchdown upside. Like, I do look for Gerald Everett to have a better than expected season, like more than a lot of other players. Like, he's going to be that fringe wide or tight end 2, right? So he's going to probably be 12 to 16 range. So he's going to be a player that's going to win you weeks just by getting a touchdown. Just predicting those weeks is what's going to be really tough for him. So yeah, it's definitely Zach Ertz just on the volume alone.
So real quick, this isn't one of our questions, but I'm curious what you guys think. So coming into the offseason or coming into the season, man, I started really getting bought into Akui Boonham. I know, Colt, that you were there at the beginning, but I feel like you kind of cooled off. How'd y'all feel about him after week 1? Because I felt super fucking encouraged, and I'm starting that guy almost everywhere.
I've always loved Alberto. I haven't cooled on him, but I was a little discouraged when they started the game and they were throwing the freaking Beck.
Oh my God. I was screaming because if you guys remember, I've been all about, hey, start all your Broncos this week, which I was not wrong. They lost, but I was not wrong. They all showed up, in my opinion. But yeah, I was screaming because I have all these Broncos everywhere except for Beck, whoever the hell that is, right? So
then we have next we have Amon-Ra St. Brown or Darnell Mooney. Peter Petter 00 from Instagram had asked.
This is a good ass question.
I'm gonna go Amon-Ra. I think for the Green Bay secondary, this is kind of a get right week, and I think Mooney gets kind of shut out again. And I don't know. I love Amon-Ra.
What say you, Bears fan?
I'm all on this Amon-Ra train. I don't even want to admit who I was trading or who I was trying to trade. Jimmy could probably answer the question for you though. But I was trying to get Amon-Ra in the Creator League from him today. So yeah, I'm all about Amon-Ra, and I'm with Colt on this about Zaire kind of working Darnell Mooney this week, and Amon-Ra Brown should be just fine.
I mean, Darnell Mooney is going up statistically the worst secondary in the NFL after 1 week. Just want to throw that out there. So he has a huge plus matchup. But for me, man, I am all aboard the Dan Campbell train. Give me Amon-Ra. Give me DeAndre Swift. That offense looked great last week. Took it a little bit of time to get going, but when they went into panic mode, they really started cooking. I am not out on the Detroit Lions by any means. That's all I'm going to say. Bite their fucking kneecaps, Dan. Let's go.
The next question is that Michael Carter or Cam Akers, half-point PPR from Jose in Brooklyn, New York. So me personally, right now it's Michael Carter.
I don't know. I've been telling people all week if you can afford to sit Cam Akers, but I don't know if Carter's one that I would sit Akers for. I think I would just still roll out Akers.
Michael Carter looked pretty good last week. He was one of the few bright spots for the Jets, I thought. He clearly still has a role in this offense. The Jets matchup, I feel, is certainly easier this week. I'm starting Cam Akers in one league. It's the only league I have him, and it's thanks to number one lead scoring of TSF 144, Jacob Paulista's roommate, Wiggs, because he screwed me over in Survivor pretty hard. So I ended up with Cam Akers, and I'm starting Cam Akers this week in that league because my second option is like Adrian Peterson. But outside of that format, I think Cam Akers is an absolute sit until he shows you something otherwise. I can't trust 3 carries, bro. I don't care how talented you are. 3 carries is an alarming number for me.
I think right now too with Joe Flacco back there, I think like Michael Carter's at least going to be good for 4 or 5 catches. So that's going to at least give you a little bit of something. Where Cam Akers, we don't know if we're going to get anything.
So 2-1% Cam Akers.
I
don't like it though.
I don't fault the mindset, but then watch him just go smash, and that's what's going to piss me off. Is if I sit him, that's when he's going to smash.
But here's the thing. If he's great, Now you can trade him again, and I would fucking trade him right away if he smashes. I'm just saying, I want out of Cam Akers. And I don't know if y'all remember, probably the worst take I've ever had. A couple years ago, I said that Cam Akers was better than Jonathan Taylor, and I stood by it on the talent, but he just can't stay healthy. So, love Cam Akers, but he's done.
I mean, since we wanted to talk about, do we have like a bunch of other questions, or can I like expand on that a little bit?
We got
there's a couple
like
more.
5 minutes. Yeah.
Yep.
I was just going to talk about, since we were talking about Cam Akers and everyone talking about how he's done and how his injury zapped him, but then you go look at J-Rob, who had the same injury. I mean, is the whole narrative of the Achilles as a career ender? Can we put that to bed?
Not after one game, you can't. Not after Travis Etienne missed an easy walk-in touchdown in week 1. That will be Etienne's offense. It will not be James Robinson's. I just want you to know, Colt Martin, biggest Jaguars fan I know is John Mobbs. And John Mobbs and me have been having this argument for weeks because he is sold that this is James Robinson's team. And it's not, man. It's not. It won't be. Great comeback story for J. Robin. I love it. And he could very well still be productive. But Achilles injuries are devastating to running backs. Devastating to running backs. And I'm not ready to say that medicine has caught up to that after one good performance by James Robinson.
I'm just saying because, Cam Akers is still getting that whole, it's the Achilles zapped his energy and his explosiveness. And it's like, well, you look at Robinson, who came back and did just fine. But
so with Cam Akers, right? I'm not saying he won't be serviceable. I'm not saying he can't work his way back. I'm not saying any of those things. I think Cam Akers, the prospect that I once was madly in love with, I don't think he'll ever be that guy. I truly don't. I hope I'm wrong because I love the kid. I really do. But
you have to really remember, before that Achilles popped, he was like someone that everybody thought was going to possibly finish as the RB1 last year.
Yep.
At this time, at that time. So
yeah, the talent's always been there. That's never been the question.
I'm gonna move on. We got Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Damian Harris, Devonta Smith, Nyheim Hines, Tyler Lockett. Pick 3, full point PPR from Hector J in New Jersey. So
okay,
me starting off, and I can repeat it if you want to. I'm gonna go your 3 running backs here. I'm gonna sit Devonta Smith. I'm gonna sit Tyler Lockett in their games. I'll go your 3 running backs here. CEH, Damian Harris, and Nyheim Hines.
I'd probably do the same. I've talked to you guys about it in one of our group chats, and I don't believe in Smith. I have never been on the Smith train. I'm not buying into it.
Travis, hold on.
Oh, you're good.
Keep talking, Colt. Give me 1 second.
I can add stuff or if you're looking something up, but Devonta Smith, I think he had 3 or 4 targets last week. They were all drops last week, or they just weren't on target. He will get at some point, but I kind of feel like almost like the Cam Akers thing. It's like you can't really start him until you kind of see it this season. And there's the Eagles did come on and pass more than a lot of people were expecting, and that's something that I've kind of been on all offseason.
I feel like Smith is like a boomer bust player, but his booms aren't going to be like Mike Williams booms. Like he'll have good weeks, but he's going to...
You're going to get 3. You're going to get 3 games this year that are going to be like... He's going to look like fucking the next big thing in fantasy, where he gets like 28 points like for 3 games during the season, and then he's just going to fucking do nothing for you.
I'm struggling.
This one's pretty interesting. I can go to the next question if you're...
I got it. Okay. So, because I had to pull something up, because I feel like there's about to be a fight here. So I am going with where did it go? Let me pull it back up in here. I am going with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's the smash play for me. I'm going with Damian Harris because I think he has a little bit more of a role in this offense than Andrew Erickson ultimately led me to believe, because he got me to buy in on some Ramondre Stevenson. And then I think the third guy I'm going with Devontae Smith, man. I think the talent's there. I think A.J. Brown is that alpha. He proved to me 100% he's that guy. There's going to be some weeks where Devontae is going to be left wide open all freaking game. Don't see why this can't be one of those weeks. Nyheim Hines, man, he did get 6 targets, and he did catch all 6 of those. But Michael Pittman had 13 targets. Jonathan Taylor had 7 targets. Jonathan Taylor had 31 rushing attempts. All of this talk in the preseason about Nyheim Hines having a legit role in this offense, I think it's bullshit, and I will not start Nyheim Hines until he shows me that Jonathan Taylor isn't going to get all that work.
And that's probably never going to happen. That's probably never going to happen because they kind of both do 2 separate things. If Jonathan Taylor goes down, Nyheim Hines is not that's going to benefit from it.
I think he absolutely would benefit from it. I mean, that leaves 31 rushing attempts and 7 targets on the table there. Nyheim's got to get some of that.
That's Philip Lindsay. That's a bulk of it. It's going to be Lindsay coming in and doing that.
I mean, I'm sure Philip Lindsay will get some of it, but there's no way they're going to give Philip Lindsay 31 reception or 31 touches a game plus 7.
They held on to Devonta Price too, right? Colt. So between those 2, I feel like a lot of that would just be all split up. They would be running 3 backs.
I don't know. For me, like if JT went down, Hines doesn't necessarily get all these carries, but I do feel like his stock goes up. And when it comes to being in the red zone, they're going to dial up plays to get Hines out of the backfield and in there versus trying to rush it up the gut or something like that. But he would get schemed to get his points.
And I also don't think that he takes the bulk of those carries at all, but I think he certainly gets more carries than what Matt Ryan got in this game. 3 carries, that's the same amount as Cam Akers. I'm just saying that ain't enough for me. If Jonathan Taylor went out, he would have to get a couple of those at least.
I got there's one question here. We got Danny Metcalf. Somebody dropped CD Lamb in my league, and I've got a stacked roster. The only person I'm willing to drop is Tony Pollard. So do you go with Lamb or Pollard? I'm pretty thin at running back at the moment, but still good. It's PPR.
I mean, first things first, can I get an invite to this league next year if we're over here dropping CD?
I would be guessing this is probably a pretty thin league. It's probably like a 6 or 8 team league. I would have a sense if someone's doing that. Maybe it's a league that Jordan Thomas is in because he's just so frustrated with everything that he's doing that he just dropped CD Lamb.
You would think that, but I have 0 shares of CD Lamb because I wanted no part of him or this damn offense outside of Ezekiel. I'm still going to finish as an RB1 Elliott. For me, if you are thin at running back, I'm keeping Tony Pollard, but what I am trying to do is I'm trying to figure out some way to pick up CD Lamb anyway, drop another receiver that you may like more because CD Lamb's going to have more name value. Eventually he'll have a game and trade his ass. To me, there's no reason CD Lamb could be on the waiver wire, but I don't think CD Lamb's a startable piece in the NFL as of right now. In fantasy football as of right now. He's not a startable piece.
I would find a way to get Lamb on my roster and then trade away one of my other pieces to upgrade at the running back and just not even look back.
I would pick up Lamb and trade him for a startable piece as a running back. Like, go find a running back for fucking CD Lamb. And someone's out there that'll do it.
And our last question of the night, and it's kind of getting to kickoff time, is Herbert or Hurts from Corey in Massachusetts. And for this week, I'm probably in on Herbert.
I'd probably go Herbert. As much as you and I love Hurts, Travis, I'd definitely go Herbert too.
I was
I
the
think
first
this-
person on to Hurts. I'm just gonna say that right here, right now.
Whatever. You just read a bunch of Matthew Berry. He's been kissing his ass for 2 years.
Matthew Berry's behind me, motherfucker. I do not.
I'm just saying.
wanna
I'm
hear
just
that
saying.
shit.
You
that
weren't the first
motherfucker
I
didn't
heard.
come on and say nothing about Hurts in his top 10 until about 3 fucking weeks ago. I've been here since June, bitch.
Go read that dude's love hate for last year. It was just a whole bunch of deep throat Jalen Hurts. Anyway, all I'm saying is I think this question comes down to one specific point. Is it 4-point or is it 6-point for the passing touchdown? To me, if it's 6-point for the passing touchdown, then you have to go with Herbert. If it's 4 points, I'm going Hurts. And the reason why is Jalen Hurts should have had an historic week 1, in my opinion. He'll have 3 touchdowns on the table that he gave to those running backs. I expect him to get 1 or 2 of those on most weeks. I don't think they're going to feed all 3 of those guys in the end zone every single week. I think they'll get some touchdowns, sure. Jalen Hurts rushing touchdown upside is just too great for me to even consider sitting him. Trade one of those guys. You can plug a roster spot, a roster hole with one of those guys, and there's no reason you should roster them both if it's not a super flex league.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like you're pretty much playing with house money there. Like they're not going to be any higher than they probably already are at this moment. Like if I could get Jalen Hurts and I can upgrade at running back or wide receiver somewhere, especially for somebody that had a really down week, that's absolutely what I would do.
Yep, absolutely. So I think that's it for the questions. It's about kickoff o'clock, so I think we should get the hell out of here. So we're leaving for tonight. Tune in Sunday. We'll be back to do this again. Check out our articles and all the cool shit we got going on our website. And other than that, as always,
Stay true.
True.